Okay, so all I want to do today is listen to Taylor Swift, but I want to show you this primer I found first. This Milani Illuminating Primer. I never tried like a illuminating primer, but I see that that's the trend at the moment, like that e.l.f. Halo glow thing that's duping the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter. So I had to try this. And I didn't really think it would do anything because I like a primer that like fills in all the crevices, all my razor burn, all my wrinkles, because I'm not a teenager no more. I might feel like a teenager, but I'm not a teenager no more. But like, look at this glow. Like, it looks soft and wet. It's so awesome. I put it on with the brush because I don't know, I just wanted to put it on with the brush. But look at this glow. Most highlighting primers or highlighting products are sticky, or they have a gold base that's very talky and mica based, where it dries down matte. This doesn't do that. It's kind of just like a nice, let me feel it. Like, it feels silicone-y, which I love. I love a primer that's like silicone. But like, let's look at the forehead. Like, ugh. So we just finished primer, so now I'm going to color correct. I use this coral color correction on my beard area, and I use a super dirty foundation brush that has colored foundation on it, so it turns an orange into a peach. But I really don't know how to color correct, so if you have any tips, please let me know, because with color correction, when you set it with loose powder, it kind of patches up. And then if you try to cover that, the foundation you put on top is dry. Does that make sense? Like if you put foundation on primer, it's so smooth. But then once you try to put foundation on top of powder, it's really hard to work with. The only way I can make it work if I use a foundation that's creamy or very liquidy on top. Just 1 or 15 pumps of foundation for my daily routine. This is the Superstay. Who has Superstay? Covergirl or Maybelline? I don't know. They're probably both owned by the same parent company, but I use a lot of it. And then I'm using this Dolce & Gabbana. Who knew they had makeup? Such a marketing thing, right? That my mom gave me to darken up my foundation. And then just for a little bit more coverage, since we don't have enough, I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, the OG of concealer. It looks like a lot of foundation. That's because it is, but it works out in the end. I hope. Are you a concealer person? I noticed concealer is like a hot ticket. Like every brand comes out with a concealer and it sells like candy. Concealer is what cream blush was last year. Like it's the new trend. People love concealers as much as they love their mascaras. Like if you love a mascara, you are like going to buy it over and over and over for like 5 years even. Like I know my mom, she would buy like the same mascara, the same Rimmel mascara for like 10 years. I think people are doing that with concealer. Like if you have a favorite, you stick to it. Buffed my face out with a big old brush, and now I'm setting my face with the cheapest powder you can buy in the world, and maybe the oldest powder in the world, Airspun loose powder.
Airspun's really thick. Like it's not my favorite powder because it's a very thick powder, but if you're using it as I am, not in the most natural way, it works. You're not going to get a natural finish or smoothing agent with Airspun. Airspun has a thickness to it, and it makes me sad.
Okay, so do you hate using eyeshadow or just simply don't know how to use it? I have a tip for you. Liquid eyeshadow. Sometimes when I have foundation on, I don't want to use powders because I'm 1000% going to get fallout. So at the moment, I'm just going to use liquid eyeshadow. Just gonna put 3 layers, just a natural girl. Okay, and now just get a big fluffy brush. Mine's so clean. Blend this out. What? Look at that.
Eyeshadow's done, face is done. I told you it would work out in the end, right? If you put on 5 layers of foundation like I do, I think no eyeshadow makes you look natural, right? I am listening to Avril Lavigne and Taylor Swift while making this video, so I get carried away when I'm listening to good ass music. I listened to the deluxe tracks during this Get Ready With Me, so if you want to watch that, it's going to be the video posted after this. But here I am enjoying High Infidelity 2 by Taylor Swift. I hope you gained some tips on what to do and what not to do. I'm not good enough for you to answer what the fuck.